The word consequences is not a bad thing. When I was growing up, you always heard, you do this or you face the consequences. And sometimes it has a negative connotation to it, but it doesn't always have to be that way. So the consequences of telling the truth are good things. The consequences of telling a lie are bad things. So let's take a look at the two scenarios we have up here. We have one that involves homework, and we will have one that involves a grocery store, going to the store to shop. Okay? Now, everything we do has a reaction. Everything we do has a consequence. Let's take a look at the first example. You're at home, you just wanted a break from your homework. Your parents ask you if your homework is done. Okay? They've asked you now. You respond with a no. Why do you respond with a no? Because it's not done. And then you let them know you're going to take a break and you're going to go right back to your homework. This is the consequence. You know lying is wrong, but you still decide to tell the truth, which is a good thing. When you tell the truth, you continue to build the trust between you and your parents. It allows them to have faith in what you say. Okay? So it's a positive consequence. They know you're not done, you know you're not done, and you tell the truth. Option number 2, you're at home, you have not finished all your homework. Your parents ask you if your homework is done, you respond with a nervous yes. Okay? And you respond with a nervous yes because you know it's not done. This second option breaks down that trust. It takes away all those points that we just talked about before lunch. Okay? It means that every time we lie, we're losing all those points. So now we're at a grocery store. We're paying for our goods, we're at the cashier, and cashier makes a mistake. They give us an extra $30. Okay, yeah, a bonus, right? Let's take a look at the first one here. When the clerk gives you $30, you tell him or her they give you too much and you give the $30 back. Okay? As you leave the store, you start thinking about the video game you could have bought. There's the kicker. Okay? So they give you $30, you say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Here's the $30 back. There's a mistake. That's okay. Second option. You're at the store, you're buying something, and the clerk gives you $30, too much change. Okay? You keep it. After all, it was his mistake and not yours. You go to the mall, you buy yourself a new video game. How awesome is that? Brand new video game. Didn't even cost you a cent. Let's look at the consequences. So option number 1, we decide to give the money back. You know the money wasn't yours. You gave the money back where it belonged. Okay, so you return it. Bonus points for you. The clerk was very thankful. You felt good for doing the right thing. Sometimes the consequence of your behavior is having someone feel good. Now we take a look at the second option. So this one, we've decided to keep the money and we've decided to purchase a new video game. So these are the consequences. You know that the money wasn't yours. You start to worry that the clerk will have to pay the $30 out of his wages. Okay, so sometimes stores will do that. If you lose enough money, they say, hey man, it's coming out of your pay. Now every time you play that video game, that thought goes through your head. May have not cost you anything, but it certainly cost someone somewhere some money. Even if the clerk doesn't have to pay out of his wages, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost your character. Okay? You just took something that was not yours. Sure, you can give the money back and all you do is get a little thank you from the clerk. But you know what? Your character is going to get some points. We're going to build up those character points, just like we talked about earlier. You're either building or depleting or taking away those points. The idea is to build up someone who is honest, is to tell the truth. It all goes back to we have to make 100% commitment to what we're doing. If we decide we're going to take that $30, we haven't chosen to make that 100% commitment to be honest.